Jason is sitting on a seat in an used York City holding up for somebody to reach. A voiceover clarifies that he has been holding up for a long time, but to explain why, he should go back to the starting. Jason starts by telling the gathering of people that every relationship comes to the so moment, where somebody within the relationship will need to require the relationship to a more genuine put. At that point, Jason knows the relationship is over, as he isn't prepared to halt dating. Jason is right now working with his best companion. Friend. Companion. Daniel at a distributing house planning book covers. Their companion Mikey, a youthful specialist who has been hitched to Vera since the conclusion of college, comes to them after Vera demands a separate. The three choose to go out to a bar and celebrate being single. The bunch meets up with Daniel's female wingman, Chelsea, as they attempt to induce Mikey's intellect off of his spouse. Mikey meets a young lady with glasses, whereas Jason meets Ellie and hits it off with her after prodding another man that was attempting to purchase her a drink. Mikey gets glasses number, but puts off calling her, settling to work it out with Vera. Jason rests with Ellie, but takes off her flat in a RUSH after bouncing to the mixed-up conclusion that she may be a prostitute. The following day, Jason and Daniel make a book cover pitch to a modern creator, who happens to be Ellie. Jason is able to clarify himself and the two start seeing each other on a regular premise. In the meantime, Daniel starts to drop for Chelsea, and the two begin seeing one another. Moreover, Mikey meets with Vera. And when she claims that the reason their marriage fell separated is since he isn't unconstrained sufficient, Mikey kisses her, and the two rest together within the healing center, reigniting their sentiment. All three companions endeavor to keep their connections a mystery, due to their prior ascension that they would remain single. The connections all come to a head amid Thanksgiving, a time that the three companions ordinarily spend together, but shifting circumstances keep them separated. Jason concurs to go to a burial service for Ellie's as of late past father, Mikey plans a Thanksgiving supper with Vera, and Daniel goes to the conventional Thanksgiving devour with Chelsea, free to transparently tell the guests almost their relationship. Jason eventually chooses not to go to the memorial service, not prepared to completely commit to Ellie, and their relationship falls separated. Mikey includes a genuine discussion with Vera amid their supper, causing her to confess that she not cherishes him. Jason and Mikey head to the supper where they find Daniel's relationship with Chelsea, and when he denies that they are dating, his relationship falls separated as well. In spite of the fact that the three battle almost having kept their connections mystery, they repair their companionship and attempt to recuperate their connections. Mikey calls glasses, setting up a date, and Daniel reunites with Chelsea after being hit by a taxi and finishing up in the clinic. In any case, Jason has still not accommodated with Ellie, in spite of still being in cherish with her. 2 months afterward, Mikey and Daniel offer assistance Jason by empowering him to tell her of his adore at her week-after-week book readings, which are more often than not meagerly gone to. However, upon their entry, the perusing is full and Jason is incapable to figure out a way to conversation with her. He chooses to create a scene by ad-libbing a book perusing, referencing there to begin with assembly and asking that they begin over by assembly in Gramercy stop. Returning to the starting, Jason is holding up for Ellie in Gramercy stop. 4 hours afterward, Ellie joins him on the seat, and Jason starts with, so. The three leads have an friendly, agreeable chemistry. Efron isn't required to do much more here than skip around in his skivvies and, when his insensitive jerk behavior catches up to him, see like a doleful puppy canine who's been cleared out within the rain, but as skivvy prancing, rain-soaked puppy pooches go, one might certainly do more awful. Jordan, who made such a powerful impression in Chronicle and Final Years, Fruitvale Station, has the slightest created part, total with an unfunny running choke almost as discolored penis. But it's Teller who truly kicks things up a indent at whatever point he's on screen. Especially in his scenes at the side newcomer Davis, who's exceptionally great at playing the kind of self-deprecating girl next door who's continuously been way better at hanging out with folks than cozying up to them. Teller, Project X, the fabulous now, may be the slightest unexpected or postmodern on-screen character beneath 30 in motion pictures nowadays, and indeed in spite of the fact that he's developed a persona of the fast-talking, joke-telling wise-ass who never takes things genuinely. There's an fundamental sweetness and truthfulness to his work that appears us how all that boast is fair his character's defense against a significant fear of getting as well near. As executive, Gormican incorporates a not-too-bad sense of visual narrating and a great feel for modern York areas. But he doesn't truly know how to construct a scene musically, and the movie's third-act endeavor at a huge, ridiculous Thanksgiving Day set-piece falls frantically level. As a author, he's stacked up his make-a-big-appearance script with dated pop-culture references, Bridget Jones. Truly, and strains more than once for those Crow/James L. Brooks minutes in which a character apparently ad-libs a few wonderful monologue overflowing with bits of knowledge approximately life and adore. As it were, when Gormican's characters do this, what they need to say wouldn't make the cut at American Welcome. Youngsters and 20-somethings who have indeed less life involvement and enthusiastic development than these characters may discover significance in a few of this. All others require and not apply. When it comes to the jokes in the film, pretty much they seem like stuff Seth Rogen didn't think was funny enough and got stolen by writer Tom Gormican. Add on to that, while I did love the relationship dynamics between the lead male and female actors. The story pretty much followed the usual rise, the guy does something stupid, and makeup routine. But, what makes this horrible is the fact Jason's mess-up seems unforgivable, at least to me. Then, to add on to the film's issues, for Daniel. One scene in which he is with Chelsea leads to an unanswered question. She references past girlfriends Daniel has had, and his face becomes somber on the mention. Making me wonder if he perhaps has a similar past to Jason, or maybe got through a bad relationship like Mikey is having. I won't say this is something you need to see opening weekend, unless you have a strong desire to see any of these men partly nude. However, I think it is worth seeing for all the leads have good chemistry with one another, be it the guys together, or with their love interest counterparts. But, considering the genital jokes seem tired, and the overall story really doesn't bring any new perspective or take to the formula most movies featuring romance have, again, there is no reason to rush. Something I enjoyed almost the film was it attempted, as best because it could, to remain within the center. It wasn't attempting to completely be a bromantic comedy, including genital jokes and jokes approximately what would happen in the event that two of the friends hooked up. Nor did it attempt to truly go as well profound because it investigated Mikey's issues with his spouse. It, instead, attempted to discover a center ground so whereas it did touch on the mental and passionate state of the lead on-screen characters sufficient for you to get at the current mentality they were in. There was no deep backstory approximately their childhoods which explained how they came to be how they are. Instead of that, things are kept beautiful got-to-know premise, and they attempt to incline more toward being gently comedic than out-and-out clever. But, with this film, I think all the male leads do well in including another indent in their filmography worth seeing. For whereas no one gives a Grant commendable execution, they all pass on their characters in such a way where it is like they play diverse paradigms. Jason is the adorable charlatan. Mikey is the fellow your guardians need you with, and Daniel the guy you share since he makes you giggle. Each performing artist appears like their character is barely a extend for them, and considering past parts of these men you'll be able get it why I say that. With this, did you guys like the whole video? Are you gonna watch this by yourself or with your someone? Hit that like button and subscribe for more. We do this every now and then to make things happy and fascinating for everyone. No fighting. Everyone can comment what they want and we will review the movie if it can go to our list, tag you with it. We don't mess this up, we just continue to be great and let you guys enjoy the show and stay with us forever. This is the real deal. We will be playing together forever. Let us know if we really did well with this. See you next movie. Ciao.